All right. So it was supposed to be called the Twitch Workshop, sponsored by the Flow Shop Seattle, and it was supposed to be called How to Stream Part Two, talking about stream culture and metrics and stuff like that. So let's dive in here. The first thing is like, who is Master Ong? I suppose. Like, if you're new to the stream and if you don't know who I am, my name is Marvin. I sometimes go by Master Ong. All my friends call me Marvin though. I prefer to be called Marvin actually. But the people that don't know me that well kind of like know me as Master Ong. And Master Ong was a character that was built to promote this event, the Southern California First Fire Festival in 2012, Ignite. And it became a business, Master Ong's Prop Shop. So some people call it MOPS. And it ran for 7 years. For those that tuned in earlier that saw the trailer for the festival, that was like 2016. So that was like the festival. I sold equipment, stuff like that. And I think a big thing about this is I grew up in Malaysia for 20 years. And by the time I came to Los Angeles, I found it really hard to kind of like find my social circle. It was extremely hard. I almost gave up after 6 months. I was ready to go home, but I kind of stuck through it, and then kind of like found like some Malaysians and hung out with like a bunch of like 200 Malaysians for like my first 4 or 5 years in America. It felt it was impossible to kind of like break through the wall and kind of like assimilate, you would say, until I found the flow arts community through Burning Den and Alien John. And since then, my life's mission to kind of like build community and be that person that I wish I met when 20 years old. Because the world is tough out there, you know. Like trying to survive, and sometimes we forget that we need each other. And so that is my primary reason of my life's mission. You're part of the Discord. If you've been coming to the stream and supporting the project, you are part of that. And I just want to thank you so much for listening in, tuning in, even for 5 minutes, whatever you may do. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. And let's move on. And the next part here is I'm not any like mastermind guru or anything like that. I'm just here, disclaimer, just to share what I've learned over the years. And one thing was like kind of like how to build a brand. And I think when I think about like building a brand, providing value is like the thing that is most important. I think what value can you provide to the next person? I think like I feel like how can you provide value and better that person's life when they come encounter to you? I think that's like a good question to always ask yourself. How can we help other people? You know, and then the second part is like be of service, right? And I feel like what it means by be of service, it's like being of service to others, like, and being able to like help others and provide kind of like a way to service others, so you become part of a larger unit. You're not just only about yourself and you and me. But when you become when you be of service, you provide for others. It helps put in perspective what we can do and what we can impact in this world. Like when I gave on spouse couple counseling in Daisy. There we go. Yo, Jason Masood, Fit Bill, welcome to the stream. So this is kind of like for those that just joined in, it's kind of like the workshop that I was supposed to give last Tuesday but didn't happen. So I'm kind of like doing it here tonight, off schedule. I was supposed to do a FAI stream, but I think they got it confused how like Twitch kind of like works. So I'm still going for it, and it's more like a conversation. So feel free to type in chat if you feel like it when you feel like it, and don't feel like you're just kind of like absorbing. I'm here to like have the conversation with all y'all, and hopefully this will be and also I'm recording this part, and then I'm probably gonna like cut it up and then upload it to YouTube here. And so the third part here has been kind of like a thing that I've been thinking about the last couple weeks, which is kind of like huge, like fans versus community. I noticed like I talk to 420 Music a lot. about how like sometimes you have like a lot of following on another platform, hard to like migrate them over. And today we've talked about it in the Discord a little bit too as well, with Jason here in the 420 channel. How like there's people like, for me, I feel like when I listen to music, I'm like more of a consumer. I find music, I listen to it, but I don't really dive deep into who the artists are. Like, unless they're like my super favorite. Aunt Mona, welcome to the stream. Greetings from Kuching. Good morning to you. And yeah, and I notice I consume a lot of music, but I never like dive deeper to see how they look like, who they are, and stuff like that. So I'm kind of like a fan. I only care about their work in some sense, right? Because there's a lot of music out there for us to consume. And then the difference between that and community, right? Community, I feel like, is like people that care about you beyond your work, beyond what you do or your job or whatever you can provide, but they care about your well-being. I think that is what community is. Like, it's more than 2 or 3 people. They can be a community as well, and depending on how big of the community, it kind of like expands. So those are the 3 things that kind of like tie in together to kind of like, I feel like when I think about building a brand and how to be of service, providing value, building a community, right? So the next part here. So the picture that you're seeing here also is from, I think this was from Ops 2013. I think this might be the first one or the second one. And was me. We didn't have a stage or anything. We only had a carpet. Wow, look at it. We only had a carpet. I rented this tent, and I was kind of like I always give kind of like a speech, kind of like I take all my thoughts together, compile it for a year, and then I give this for the before the show, like the main show. I don't even perform in the show. And it's for my friends and everybody that's like a crazy talented artist. And then here comes the Twitch metrics. Here, let's dive in here. What is Twitch? Why Twitch versus Zoom, right? Let me crack this right here real quick as well. Cheers to all you guys. Thank you for being here Wednesday night, Thursday morning, wherever you are. Happy Thursday, happy Wednesday. Myra, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And so, okay, so in about a year ago, Morgan Bennett contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do an online event. Crystal, welcome to the stream. Morgan contacted me and asked me if I want to do an online event. This was early COVID. I couldn't really figure out like what an online event even is. Like, you know, I've been running like IRL, in real life events for like years, and COVID is happening and COVID is starting and lockdown is happening, and I couldn't really fathom like how like switch up the music here. I think I'm gonna add this to my playlist. Got kind of like crazy. Yeah, this is not supposed to be on my playlist. Not sure how it like jumped in. Sorry about that. Give me a second here to set this quick. Okay, and then so we started an event in March. It was called Move, Master Ang's virtual experience. We did 3 of them. Very successful, I would say. It was all on Zoom. Third one, we had 250 people from 50 countries. Typically, the whole event lasts about 10 hours long, 10-12 hours. Insane. Shows, the workshops. By the third event, we were all burned out. The organizers, I had organizing it, promoting it for weeks on end. And when the event was happening, you would have to be stuck to the computer for like 10-12 hours. It was insane. We had a lot of fun. We partied at home with Jennifer, with all the people around the world. It was our first time like kind of like having this international connection through the virtual space. It was pretty mind-blowing. I don't know, maybe some of you were there. And then let's go down to why Twitch, right? So I first found Twitch in early COVID too. Lux Luminous. Lux I always get the names confused. Luminous Nova and Lux Luminous. Lux Luminous and Justin did what they call FlowVid, like a weekend event on Zoom. They raised thousands of dollars and stuff like that. But it was only the surface of, like, there was no like emotes, no subs, nothing. It was just like using Twitch as kind of like a Zoom platform. Really like get what it could provide at that time. And so, but later on in July, I was able to like dive into Twitch and kind of like experience what Twitch is. So what is actually streaming? Because in last July, I literally asked my coworker, I was like, you know what streaming is? What is streaming? Like, and after 7-8 months, I think streaming is kind of like you can go, it's basically live streaming, like you're like broadcasting, like you can broadcast on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, but typically I think streaming is like more longer duration, especially somewhere like on YouTube or on Twitch. From what I've seen and observed, typical duration is about 3 to 5 hours long. That's kind of like the average. Some people broadcast for 1 or 2 hours, but 3 hours is kind of like the average number I see. Some people even go further, like 7, 8, 10 hours. And the intimacy of streaming, though, pretty phenomenal and fascinating, because when you think about it, when you're on Facebook or Instagram, you see a post, you like it, done, one, next post, like you're just moving from one to the other. But when you're streaming, you're actually listening in or watching, engaging within the duration of 3 hours. Some people stay only for 5 minutes, longer. Some people keep coming back. Over time, you kind of like to know the broadcaster and the content deeper and deeper, because you're spending time on the stream. So that's kind of like the short version of what streaming is. That bringer says, I'm only here till I win a raffle. That's right. So I've been broadcasting since July, 3 times a week. On Sundays, I typically do a raffle. 27 Sundays, there have been amazing support from the community, donating a bunch of things. On Sunday, we do a free raffle. You hang in there, and you might win something. I'm on Sunday to win raffle. So the history on streaming of... Yo, Stephen Craig. Thank you for the 4 months. It was nice of you to see you in the fire pit this morning. And Jennifer definitely saw the table that you set up for the ground table. And yeah, inspired by Jennifer. And super cool. Hopefully you have good luck with your surgery tomorrow, and hopefully you recover soon. So a little brief history of like brief history on streaming on Twitch. I think in 2011 it started by this guy Justin. Strapped a webcam on his head, and it became Justin TV. And so it became like a video game kind of like platform. You can only stream video games. You cannot stream anything else. I think until 2014, if I'm not mistaken, I started changing and people started streaming like IRL stuff. Now with COVID, it went from 3 million to about 7 million users and broadcasters platform. A lot of musicians have come on Twitch. A lot of like different niche communities too, like us, the circus flow community. There's the crocheting community. There's the keyboard making community. There's all kinds of people broadcasting all kinds of stuff on Twitch. So the benefits of the connections versus Facebook, like I think like on Twitch there's this Twitch community that you can kind of like start navigating and meeting as you kind of like spend your time on the platform. On Facebook, you're kind of like limited to your sphere. And then when you add somebody, you add a stranger, it's kind of hard to break through that realm, your circle on Facebook. And the OBS and slobs, what is that? That is the broadcasting software. It's the open broadcast software or the Streamlabs open broadcast software. Those are the two typical platforms that you use to broadcast stream. And then the cool thing about these broadcasting software and Twitch is that you can create effects. What kind of effects? Let's take a look. So this is one of them. The sliding scale of the camera, switching back and forth. You can make it, right? We can make it blizzard. Like, you can have the music change. And then we can rotate the screen like more like a 360 per se. Try that again. Typically when you rotate it the first time, I don't know why it doesn't, but it does a flat screen. That wasn't really what I wanted, but let's try to anti-spin it. You can like literally anti-spin. You can anti-spin the whole thing. So these are like some of the can do the backbend basso. That's right. So these are like some of the effects, right? You can have like the epic ongong. Get the full power going. Yeah, you can get like a bunch of stuff, like effects, like that you can create down the line as you would like. Yo, Leia, good to see you. Been a minute. Hopefully you've been having a good break here. The last couple days. Hopefully you're doing good. Let's go back to the slides here. Just from your keyboard, exactly. Basically, you create these effects that you upload on your OBS, and then by assigning them to a hotkey, you can just hit them and then they could react. But there's a deeper technique as well. You can actually add like this thing called Leoran board, which is a plugin for OBS Studios. If you want to have effects, you have to go with OBS, not slobs. Because slobs looks like more user friendly, but the thing with slobs, you won't be able to like have this special effects and stuff. With OBS Studios, you add the plugins, and not only I'm controlling it with my keyboard, I can also control it on my phone, and the chat can also control these effects. I've connected a way where when you get enough channel points, we'll talk about that in a little bit. And so the next part down from effects is the tech and audio. The tech and audio pretty much is 50% of the battle. Like the production of setting your tech audio and your technology and your internet and your cables and your OBS, like all that is like half the battles, because it sometimes would just not work. Like last week I tried to stream and it just couldn't go live, and pretty disappointed. And then next, and the next part here, slow bro. So OBS is also not as hard on your computer if you're running on a laptop or older computer. Good, yeah, that's also a good one, Senyo. The OBS is it's almost more skeletal. Amarama, good to see you in here, my friend. How's your evening? OBS, you can do more slobs if you just kind of want preset. Yeah, exactly. I started with slobs. I downloaded both of them, and I figured out slobs looks more user friendly, so I went with slobs. But then I figured out like I want to do all these effects, even this particular effect, like with this sliding of this camera, like you won't be able to do with slobs. Then so I copy my files and I move it over to. And I noticed also if you have PC, it's kind of like meant more for PC. I think you can do stuff with Mac, but there's multiple layers. It's harder. Kabuku, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And the next part I want to talk about is so apparently all streamers, almost every single streamer has a Discord. So the Discord is kind of like the after party. So if people come in and they enjoy the stream, they enjoy the content, they enjoy the people, they enjoy the vibes, and they want to know more, where do they go, you know? Because after the stream ends, it just finished until the next stream. So they go to the Discord. So each person's stream typically would have a Discord that is connected. So I'll show you a little bit here. This is like my Discord. Let's take a tour here. So you have like the welcome page, come in, you have the intro. So there's like a little bit of a blurb of what I do and who I am. Then we have the announcements of things happening. And if you have events that you want to share, the event page is open for people to kind of like just post whatever you want. You have the introduction, people come in, and we have an intro format, kind of introduce yourself to the community. Our secrets are revealed, yes. And then you have the general section, which kind of like moves kind of fast. Pardon this crazy blob here. And then a very active channel is also the stream tech help that we created. And so if you're planning on streaming and if you want to learn how to set up, or if you have any issues, you can come into this channel. We have like a plethora of what you call that, information if you're willing to scroll up and read, or you can type a question in and a bunch of people will just jump in and will try to help you. More like we're pulling the resources together, we're pulling the people together that we can kind of like grow and support each other. Then you have Sunday submissions. Sunday submissions is basically on Sundays. I typically have this new concept where you submit a clip of you doing a thing, and then we'll play it on Sunday, and that way you'll kind of put a face to the community here. Then we also have the Fire Pit, which is a voice channel. This one's huge. This one is like the backbone of the Discord, I feel, because you can post things and kind of like hang out if you're kind of like worried and kind of like feel like social anxiety. I enjoy tacos. There you go. That bringer killing me. And then the Fire Pit is the backbone. So the Fire Pit is a voice channel where you kind of like hang out. There you go. TC. Look at TC. TC is never in there, and then now I'm screaming. He like pops in there. T to the Z. So the voice channel, I hold space in there Monday to Friday 9 to 5 because I'm at work. And people come in and out. In the last couple weeks, this place have been bringers in there all day. So people have been it's been picking up momentum. We have a night crew and a day crew. There's like a day crew comes in and the night crew comes in later. Sometimes they hang out till sunrise. It's pretty insane. But it's slowly picking up steam. And I'm a part of like 50 Discords. They're in like different folders and different things. And the Fire Pit, I've noticed, is one of the strongest like part of not only this Discord, but to even compared to all the other Discords. Like Fire Pit is kind of like the spot. It may be kind of like intimidating in the beginning because when you see a lot of names you're not familiar with, but you can just click in and don't turn on your camera and kind of like lurk, kind of like just listen in until you're kind of like feeling comfortable. Maybe you can like start saying something and stuff like that. You'll be surprised how everyone's like so welcoming. And the other like concept that people have about it is that when they see the names, they right away they think to themselves, oh, everybody in there knows everybody, I'm like a stranger. But that's not true. Like when you go in, there's a bunch of people that don't know each other. That's the reality of it. There's new people, a hybrid of all these people in there. Flo Moxie says, I'm a giant bundle of social anxiety and I felt pretty good in the Fire Pit the other day. People there were really chill and easy to talk to. Yeah, it's a hybrid people, like a hybrid of like Twitch people and our IRL juggling community and stuff like that. Most people are just hanging out in there, kind of like, imagine it if you ever work in an office and you have a coworker sitting over there and you're doing your work and you're not talking to that coworker, but then like maybe like an hour or two later, maybe you want to say hi or tell them about like a burger that you had yesterday. That's how it is in the Fire Pit. So like sometimes it'll be like silence, but then people are doing work, they're listening to their own music and stuff like that. Then they'll start talking again. So I do encourage everybody that is in this Discord, please come by and say hi, hang out 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or if you can be in there longer or whatever. It's like the backbone of this whole project. Yo, Key with the 7 months.
Let's go.
To a part where we kind of like extended the Discord. You scroll down and now we have the VIP section for Jesse Fox, 420 Music, Stitch and Trouble, Chaotic Cat. So these people have been supporting the Discord and the stream for a while, like hardcore, and they don't really have like a primary Discord. Some of them do, but not super active. So now they have a channel in our VIP section, and we also have a second fire pit. And so this Discord is it's growing. It's blowing. I just want to give a shout out to like all you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of that. Really means a lot. Next part, let's move on. Past the Discord, we're gonna talk about affiliate. Twitch affiliate. What does that mean? So before you can monetize money, that's a big one on Twitch, because you can monetize on YouTube, you can monetize on Patreon, right? Patreon has like the best percentage cut, I think, but you would have to bring your audience to Patreon, create content there, and then hopefully they'll subscribe to you however much you set, kind of like bare bones. On YouTube, you can also monetize as well, but monetization is pretty difficult because you need tens of thousands of views to even see significant money. If you have hundreds of views, probably not gonna get anything. That's just the bottom line. But it's evergreen. Evergreen meaning that once you post it up, people find it, the views can accumulate later on, and has billions and billions of users. I mean, huge. But on Twitch affiliate, what does that mean? So there's like 7 million broadcasters. Be an affiliate to be able to monetize. There's a couple criteria. You need to stream 7 days within the 30-day window. You need to stream a total of 8 hours. Total of like 3 viewers per, meaning that about like 20 something viewers total. Once you hit that target, they will send you an email to ask you if you want to be a Twitch affiliate. When you agree though, they do not allow you technically to multi-stream to other platforms once you become a Twitch affiliate. You haven't heard anybody getting caught when they did it, but I'm not here to tell you to do it. That is basically under the... And once you become a Twitch affiliate, you'll get things called channel points. The channel points are right on the chat box where you type in send a message. Scroll down, you'll see like a Ong logo that has fire. There's discipline. If you click on that, that's basically a channel point. Just lurk in the channel, you'll earn points. Points, you click on that, it'll open up a menu. You can redeem things. Some of them ask me to juggle, and some of them may affect the OBS and make effects and stuff like that. So yeah, that is channel points. Any questions?
Attention Grandmaster Ong. A full power raid is incoming DDD.
Yo, Kimberly. Thank you for the raid. So mighty kind of you. Justin Juggle, thank you for the follow. Well, for those who are new to the stream, yo John, cheers.
Hey, listen.
Mac 6290, thank you for the follow. So for those who are new to the stream, my name is Marvin. I'm a juggler for the local juggle club. I typically stream 3 times a week: Sunday, Thursdays, and Tuesdays. Tuesday I do a little bit of juggling. Sundays we watch videos and have a raffle. And on Thursdays we typically have like a guest speaker, the podcast kind of thing. And tonight is an off night. I typically don't stream Wednesday. Yo, Shamakaka, welcome to the stream. I typically don't stream on Wednesday, but FAI asked me to stream, but they kind of like wasn't sure what Twitch and how it works, so we ended up not collaborating. They're kind of like doing their own thing, but I was already set on like presenting this workshop, kind of like a workshop presentation, more like a conversation. So we're kind of like maybe like 20-30%. Yeah, I'm good, Kim. Thanks for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. If you guys don't know Kimberly, she's new to the Twitch world, Twitch City. She just got her affiliate, a bunch of emotes, amazing artist. Drew this picture of our late cat, not that long ago, and yeah, Kimberly is amazing artist. Like we love this love our Nam Nams to death. You know, he had to go in October. It was really difficult for me and Jennifer. It was my first pet. I grew up in Malaysia. Pets is not really a thing. Atticus, welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying the Arizona winter. And yeah, so today we're kind of like having a conversation. So I started presenting like how Twitch kind of works.
Listen.
Justin Willens for the follow. Welcome to the stream as well. So let's go back to the presentation. It's more like a conversation. If you have any questions, please feel free to chime in chat, and yeah, we're hanging out and things. So back to where we were. We were at the channel points. We just finished up channel points. The next part is subs and sub badges. So once you become an affiliate, you can get channel points, you can get subs, you can get bids. So what are subs? So subs are subscription. On YouTube, when you watch a video and you enjoy their content, give them a like, maybe you can give them a share. That's about it. It can't really go that far. But on Twitch, if you enjoy the streamer, you can give them a subscription, which is a paid subscription. It's $5.40 on browser. I think it's more expensive on the phone for some reason. Twitch gets half of that and the streamer gets half. Then you become your subscriber. And the subscriber perks are like you can have custom emotes. Can we show some custom emotes in the chat, guys? So there's like custom emotes. Once sub, you can use custom emotes on different streams. And it's quite a big deal on Twitch because emotes are kind of like your signature.
Hey, listen.
Antorio, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. So these emotes, you can use them in other people's streams. And then so sometimes you go on a different stream and these emotes, you'll notice that where it came from. Like there's like a connection there. But it's kind of like your badge. You're kind of like your family. Where do you come from? But those are like the emotes. Once you get sub, then you'll have these emotes like to use for like 30 days. And sub badges. What are sub badges? Let's take a look at that. If you look at the Velveteen DJ, he has like a VIP diamond badge. So basically when you jump into somebody's stream, when you see there's a VIP badge, you know that is like their close friends or somebody that has been supporting the stream. And not everybody gets a VIP badge. Kind of VIP badge is limited. And if you look at Shamanic Trance, he has a green sword. A green sword is basically the moderator, kind of like the security of the. She has special mod privileges. She can shout out. She can pick, ban, kind of like hold it down. And then you have like sub badges. If you look at the Ongbot next to the mod, it says 3-month sub. Senyo is like 3 months in, so the sub badge is black and it has like my Ong name on it. But once you hit like 6 months, it starts evolving into like a red badge, on and on. So the sub badge kind of like shows the chat who's been here and who's kind of like a supporter for a long period of time. I don't ask for any subscription. I have a day job. I'm doing this just as kind of like a community service and part of my passion project. So I don't need any subs or anything like that. Anybody that subs, thank you so much. You know, like it goes above and beyond. I get to buy gear, I give the subs back into the community and stuff like that. And yes, this lesson is recorded. Yeah, I'm planning to upload it. Yeah, I'm recording it right now. This part, like the section of the whole presentation. And so you have subs and sub badges. Then next part we go down, talk about bits. What are bits? People are kind of like not too sure what a bit sometimes. So sometimes if you don't want to sub to a page, sometimes you would drop bits. So bits, where you send your message, you'll see a diamond sign. Click on that, it opens up a menu. Basically, you buy the bits from Amazon themselves. Take 25% off the top, and then you can kind of throw bits at. Can anybody demonstrate that for me real quick? Maybe throw like 10 bits or whatever, because 100 bits is a dollar. So we can kind of like demonstrate like how these like bits kind of like work. Once you get bits or throw bits or get subs, there you go. Habuku with the 100 bits. Thank you so much. So that's kind of like a. Oh, cannot throw 10 bits here. I'm sorry. I've set a limit. I forgot what the limit was. And so that's kind of like how like a streamer can kind of like monetize. They either get subscriptions, monthly subscriptions, and through bits, right? Like tips. It's kind of like tip. And then you have the hype train. So what is a hype train? So a hype train is basically when the bits and the subs hit like a certain number, like you'll see a hype train. Thank you for the 69 bits, Richard. And once the hype train happens, it incentivizes the community to kind of like support the streamer, because it's like, dude, we're like going. And not everybody gets a hype train, like, and depending on how strong of a support the streamer has and with the community. There's a couple times I've got multiple level 5 hype trains and stuff like that. Like, we're blessed to have like such strong support from this community in general. And then the last part here is raids. What are raids? So basically, if you came with Kimberly just raided me. So this is one of the most like beautiful like function Twitch, which is raiding. Once you finish your stream, you can literally take the whole stream to another streamer. You can raid upwards, horizontally, or downwards, or within your orbit, or raid outwards. What do I mean by that? So I have like maybe 30-40 people in here. I can rate upwards. I can rate somebody that had thousands of viewers, or I can rate somebody who's similar size, or somebody who's like small. All have their own like advantages and stuff. But when you rate somebody bigger, chances of them noticing you is less, of course, if they don't have any relation. But if you do it again and again, maybe they'll start noticing you. Maybe they'll rate you back. That is one probability. I tend to rate people that are similar size, because I feel like it's better for me to grow together, kind of like creating a camaraderie. You can also rate downwards, rating people that are smaller. You rate somebody that has 5 viewers or 2 viewers, because for those that don't know, there's about 7 something million people that broadcast on Twitch. There's millions of people broadcast with 0 to 2 viewers for years. They just couldn't get anybody. By rating somebody small, really make their day. Really, it's crazy how what it can do. So raids are super cool, and every time I get a raid, I'm super grateful, because they can raid so many other people, but they chose to raid me. Thank you for thinking me. I don't care how big a raid is, but always super appreciative of a raid. But not every streamer is. I noticed like when you raid somebody bigger, they may feel like you're a fly, and they kind of like move on. All right, let's move on. So Twitch versus Zoom, that will cover like a good part of like Twitches. And then now we dive into Twitch partners. What is Twitch partner? Winter, do you think it's better to rate the same genre? So I just mentioned the sizing of the raid. Then Guntario asked about rating the same content. So I think, like Deathbringer said, depending on your goal, is also important to consider your audience will not trust you if you rate something whack. I'm 50-50 on what Deathbringer said, because yeah, I can see if you rate somebody that's like out of left field, that's completely out of your content. But if your supporters are with you, they're kind of willing to take the chance and shot, like sometimes. But it is good to rate within your content. The probability of overlapping interests with the audience will be higher. But it's also important to rate outwards, because rate outwards, you'll get to merge your communities with different communities, and that's what you kind of want. Even though the chances of overlap may be less, but you're taking a shot at like networking and listen. Thank you for the host, Richard. Yeah, and then you're taking a. It really depends. I think it's a mixture. I think mixing it up, rating upwards, down, side, horizontal, changing it up. Yeah, it's all up to you. And then now we go down to Twitch partners. So Twitch partners, basically, there's about 40 or 50,000 of them out of the 7 million broadcasters. Not that easy to be a Twitch partner. And the criteria is that you need to have 75 viewers minimum every stream 3 times a week for a 30-day window slot. So stream 12 times and have about 75 to 100 people. So I think within your, you might rate Bob Ross. I was pretty close to rating Snoop Dogg last week. Yeah, so once you become Twitch partners, it's kind of like a very prestigious role. You'll have like a partner badge. Sometimes you'll see it on the Twitch chat, a person with a purple check mark. So they're like the big dog streamers, big boy. Kat McDowell, good to see you. It's been a while, Kat. Hopefully you're doing well. Tonight we're kind of like talking through what Twitch metrics versus IRL. Everything that I've learned from the last 7-8 months being here on Twitch. And we just got to like Twitch partners. Partner is, and once you become a Twitch partner and create teams. So what are teams? Teams, if you scroll down here, like below here, you probably see like Team Flomies. So I'm part of like Team Flomies. Somebody, Spoopy, became a partner, created Team Flomy, so you can be part of like a team. Like you can be part of 2 teams maximum, and you can only play 1 at a time. And then the second thing is encoding. Encoding is huge. What is encoding? So encoding basically means that you're watching the stream. I'm streaming it at 720p, 720p. If you're a partner, you get encoding privileges, meaning that every time you stream, the chat gets to choose the quality 1080, 720, 480. If you're a Twitch affiliate, you get it only sometimes depending on the server. So if you become partner, you can start streaming at 1080p. Then people can choose like their quality. Don't get partner like why I am right now, like affiliate. If I stream at 1080p, there'll be a lot of people on cell phones that won't be able to watch me. So that's kind of like the advice of streaming on 720p, not partner, from the research that I've done. Get a better cut on a subscription. For regular affiliates, you get like 50%. You get ding 50%. But I think once you hit partner, I think they go up to almost 70%. So you only get ding for 30%. That's a very big jump. And typically, a regular affiliate has like 5 emote slots. But once you become Twitch partners, you'll have 25 emote slots. Super huge for like tier clubs. Then let's talk about BTT. What are BTT? BTTV emotes are basically this is my BTTV dashboard, right? So this is my hopefully the mic keeps cutting out. Hopefully, let me turn up the gain. Hopefully this is better a little bit. Let me know if it's still having issues. Let me move the mic higher as well. And so this is the BTTV dashboard, right? So there's 15 emote slots that I can upload, and then there's 15 that I can choose here. And so these are the emotes. BTTV is basically betterttv.com. It's an extension that you add on your browser. So if you see Senio, she just type MDNC, right? So if you don't have a BTTV extension, you will only see the words, just like a chaotic cat type trans rainbow. And then cat beat. If you look at my screen, you'll start seeing the can we spam some BTTV emotes here real quick for the people that cannot see it real quick? It does not work on the mobile. Yes, it does not work on Abigail Lindsay. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad you're here. So if you see on my screen, like you'll start seeing like these moving emotes. Here you go, cat disco. So if you have a BTTV extension, fire right here. Like if you have the BTTV extension, then you will see these moving GIFs in the chat. If you don't have the BTTV extension, you only see words like dumpster BTTV, like it doesn't make any sense. So if you're on stream and you're seeing all these random words and you're not sure why people are typing them, is because they got the BTTV extension. So you want the BTTV extension to have another layer of expression, like on these Twitch streams. So hopefully that kind of like explains a little bit of what BTTV emote is. And also like the big part about BTTV is you only have 5 slots, but then on these extra 15 slots, 30 slots. So 15 you can upload yourself. You can actually upload a PNG like Pog Mamba. So that's not a moving GIF. Like, so you can upload like a regular emote. But I think if you go on BTTV Pro, you can pay $5 a month and you'll get even more slots. So that is depending on the level of your audience. I think if your audience is like ready for it, then it's like worth for the upgrade, right? So depending on no, you do not need to get partner for the BTTV extension. You just go to the website betterttv.com. Can somebody put the link here on chat for them for Gantario? So you just add it to your Google Chrome extension or like whatever browser you're using. And once you add to it, then you'll see it kind of like pop up on your Twitch chat. You can also YouTube it up. And the next thing is like moderators. So Twitch, we have these moderators like Chabuku, Shamanic. Like, so basically you want to have like people that are like close to you, like that you trust. Can be online IRL, that are like supportive of your stream and your project, and they can kind of like be moderators. They're all volunteers, volunteer based. They only come in when they feel like it. Like I don't have any expectation when they come in or not. But they've been supporting the stream from the beginning, so I know they do enjoy the direction of the project. So that's why they're here. Senio is like one of the newest one on the Twitch stream moderator. We just added Cyan Cole to the Discord moderator. But yeah, and also if you're like interested to know more too about all of this stuff and all these things, this is the Discord. Please join our community. Everybody's down to like help you out, set you up, and kind of like just show you around and just and our community. I know like almost every streamer says this on Twitch. They're like, our community is the best community. But this community though, like, it's no joke because we're still small in a way. So when you post something that you're like doing a stream or something, like we're all there to jump into your stream and to support you when we can. It's like that is like what this community is. I don't even micromanage them. They're just like that supportive. I don't even know what to say. BTTV does not work on cell phones. They only work on computers. You can, but if the thing about BTTV as well is the streamer gets to choose the BTTV and the audience get to use it during the stream. If the streamer does not have it, then the audience cannot use it even though they have it, kind of thing. And then we go down to Founders Badge. We pass VIP and then Founders Badge. I don't think anybody has Founders Badge in here tonight. Yo, Kat, thanks for being here. If you guys don't know Kat McDowell is a musician artist in LA. I super enjoy her streams as well. And if you like origami, Japanese music, and like kintsugi, is that the right pronunciation? Kat, kintsugi is like putting the pieces of like a cup together. If I'm not, and stuff like that. Yeah, you might want to check out her stream. Her stream is like super chill, very talented musician, and dope as hell. And then we go down to Founders Badge. So Founders Badge basically means is Chaotic a founder? Yeah, Chaotic is a founder. There you go. Chaotic has the Founders Badge. If you look at Chaotic Cat, the name next to it has a first. The first meaning it's a Founders Badge. If you become an affiliate, the first 10 people to pay for their own subs gets a Founders Badge, meaning they get to flex they've been here from the beginning. And like, but once you hit partner, you'll get like 25. It'll reset, I think, and you'll get 25. The first 25 people that subscribe to you are your Chabuku. Thank you for saving that Prime sub for me, 7 months. And you see here, is this the right command? Yeah. So what is Prime sub? Prime sub basically means that if you have an Amazon Prime, you click that link, you attach your Twitch to your Amazon, you get a free subscription to throw around. every month to your favorite or whoever like streamer. And so Chabuku just dropped in his Prime sub. So basically it's free $2.50 from Amazon. Thank you so much. All right, let me drink some LaCroix and then we'll go down to the nitty gritty, the Twitch etiquette. Okay, let's talk about Twitch etiquette. Someone gets a percentage of my yearly Prime sub. Hey, Lord Percocet, run it up. You guys know what's crazy about Twitch though? So, a couple weeks ago, I think I was on this random girl's like stream. She's a gamer, not affiliated with any floor arts, juggling, or anything. And I'm watching her stream, and Lord Percocet comes into the stream and goes like, "Yo, dude, it's Grandmaster Ong." And I was like, "What's up?" And then she goes like, "Dude, I've been to your festival." I was like, "What?" Mind blown. It's like, how can somebody run into me on a random Twitch stream that has nothing to do with juggling and floor arts, but yet has been to mobs? I was like, whoa, that shit is wild. Like, so that was Lord Percocet, and she was like, dude, I'm in like the 2017 video. That is some straight up insanity. What are the odds? Exactly. Like yeah. And then the other one was Lady Cleo Cabaret, which was introduced by Armpit Lover. So I was on her stream, and she was telling me that she went to Burning Man in 2011, and she said she worked on the Pier. And I was like, oh yeah, the Pier. That's like the UK group. And then I was like, do you know G? Like Michael Chesney, G, Poise Spinner? And she was like, oh, I know G. I love G. And then I'm about to get goosebumps right here. I'm gonna get goosebumps right here. Like, and then you know what she said? She said in 2009 she was in a very unhappy marriage, and she dropped everything, bought a plane ticket, flew to Bali, and met Burning Dan and Tom Tom. Think about that. Think about that for a second. I met this random Twitch lady on Twitch, and she met Burning Dan, which is my flow dad and teacher that brought me into this community, like on Twitch, like on her Twitch during her stream. We were both freaking out about the coincidence, and she was telling her chat that how much of a legend Burning Dan was, and they could even never imagine how amazing he is when he like looks you in the eye and your life is changed, you know, like how he impacts your life. And I give a huge shout out to Dan, like for my community work and my existence, and me and Jennifer like being a part of like creating communities and reaching out to people was from Dan. Like, and to think about me meeting somebody on a Twitch stream that met Dan in 2009, that is like the craziness of Twitch City. I don't even know what to say. That's pretty insane. But yeah, let's go back to this presentation real quick, and then yeah, so Twitch etiquette, right? So Twitch etiquette versus Twitch versus IRL community, right? So how I look at it is what inspired this presentation. Couple weeks ago, the Flow Shop Seattle sponsored me to do a workshop on Twitch, like all the research that I've done in the last 7-8 months. I did a PowerPoint, and last Tuesday I was about to go live, and somehow my Twitch couldn't work. I couldn't go live, and we migrated to Zoom. I did the workshop on Zoom, and today was supposed to be a FAI Flow Arts Institute stream. They contacted me and wanted me to do a stream, but I think they're not really sure how Twitch kind of like worked. Fiam Frida, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. They're not really entirely sure how Twitch works, and then so it kind of like there's a slight
Attention, Grandmaster Ong. A full
Yo.
power raid is incoming.
We got a Twitch kids all. We got my Twitch kids all rating me. Kimberly first. Next up we got Helian Tunes. Welcome to the stream. Alvin, thank you for the raid. If you guys don't know Helian Tunes, Alvin Lopez, a very good friend of mine from Manila, excellent juggler and also a musician. We got him on Twitch. Basically, I'm his like Twitch dad. We got a bunch of people here on Twitch. Hopefully, you're doing well. T to the freaking C with 100 bits. Yo, we're like halfway of this presentation. If anybody is interested to watch this, you can watch it on what we call VOD. And then a VOD is basically once the stream ends, it becomes a video for a couple weeks. But I am also recording this section so that I can like upload it on YouTube. And so that basically Lord Percocet, hopefully that kind of like explains why I'm doing this presentation. It's more like a conversation, you say, instead of like a kind of like a workshop. But this is a presentation and conversation that I've accumulated in the last 8 months, and just kind of like talking about it with the community here, and I'll hopefully create some awareness and education on like what this platform can provide. And yeah. So where were we? On the Twitch versus IRL community. So how I look at it, I feel there's two types. There's a couple differences. I feel like the type A, I call them type A. So type A are basically everybody that is IRL, flow arts community, juggling community. We've been to fire drums, we've been to mobs, we met people in real life, we teach workshops, we're like organizers, volunteers, participants. Those are all type A people. We all know each other in real life, you know? And then we have type B. So type B are basically Twitch people that we have not met. They have no connection to flow arts or juggling. For example, T to the C, Deathbringer, Stella Death, a bunch of people in here. There are like type B people that are amazing. They're amazing type B people. I'm like so grateful to have met them through Twitch and created this connection and community through their continuous support and kindness and generosity. It is like super mind-blowing. Like, I mean, incredible. Like Stella Death here as well. And so you have type B, you have type A and type B, and then you have the type AB. The type AB is the hybrid, I think, like Team Flomies, Luminous Nova, Spoopy Kids, Scotty Fox, like Tamarama, who's in here. So you have like the type AB. So there's like a mixture. You have like the IRL, you have the hybrid, and then you have the Twitch people. Predominantly because Twitch is a video gaming platform, most people are predominantly on a virtual basis. Not a lot of people know each other IRL. That's just how it goes. In our particular case, in this particular stream is a little bit different because we are IRL people migrating to a digital platform. And that's kind of like the difference, right? The second part I want to talk about is the garden of community, I think. Twitch has kind of like shown me and taught me in the last couple months to open my eyes to see what it means to be in a community. Even though I've been a part of community like for so long and I've been building community, but in the last couple months, it really showed that like, I think the IRL community in particular sometimes take it for granted, where like, oh, because you have 300 friends in common with me on Facebook, therefore we're all together. Like we're all like in a clump, in a group. And it doesn't really work like that, I think. Even though if we have maybe 200-300 friends in common, maybe up to like 500, it's still kind of like a garden. What I mean by garden, so basically I'm streaming, right? I'm streaming right now, and the people that are in here are kind of like my garden. They are like my community, my people, right? So I'm tending to my garden, I'm touching base with people, I'm holding space, I'm in the Discord, I'm communicating, I'm providing service. Like I'm trying my best to provide this garden as much life and love as I can, right? Just because our garden kind of like overlap doesn't mean that you and I automatically have the same garden. Just because I water the garden and because we overlap in garden doesn't mean that all of a sudden you get to have like a nourishing community. And that's what I've learned on Twitch, because each person is a different streamer, but each person has their own community, and that's kind of like what it has shown me. Even though if we have overlap, it's still like individual, like an individual basis. And So that's what Garden of Community is on Twitch. That what I've kind of like learned. The virtual community and relationships. So the virtual community, type B people, and then you have the type A. The thing about type A is that we met each other in real life. We have shared history, we have memories, we have laughters and tears together in IRL. Really amazing stuff. But the thing is, we're always moving, and we typically don't live in the same city. We're usually busy too with our lives and stuff like that. So it's really hard to kind of like sit down and have a meal and kind of like connect with each other. Like, it's really rare. Like, even at a festival, there's so much going on. You have mere seconds with people. People are always on a mission. And then you have the type B people, which is online. And when you think about online, you may think like, oh, maybe you're not like, maybe the online relationships are not as valuable as the real life, you know? But that's a false concept, because the emotions and intentions are as real as it can be. You know what I mean? Like what I learned on Twitch is I was like watching Seth Drums. He's basically kind of like my estranged Twitch dad, I guess. I was watching him, and he was telling his story about like how he was streaming to like nobody for like 2-3 years, to his wife and one bot, and finally he's built a community, and he's so grateful for the community. And I was watching him, and I didn't even know who he was in real life. Or, yo, Dominic, welcome to the stream. Richard, thank you for the 50 bits. And I felt his sincerity through through the screen, you know what I mean? Like, I felt his heart, the way he was like kind of like talking about who he is and like everything that he represents, you know. And right away I gave him a sub. Right away, that was my first sub. I gave him a sub, and then, yo, Key, thank you for the 69 bits. And right away I thought to myself, wow, this stranger was able to reach through like the screen and then like really shared like who he is and his soul, you know. And then once he like did that, I thought to myself, wow, that was as real as it can be. And I feel like I kind of want to like share that with my community and my people. And that's why we're kind of like here, you know what I mean? And so back to what I was saying, so the virtual community, it's not less. It's actually even some sense more intimate. Because when we hang out in Discord and in the fire pit day to day, like being in each other's energy and space and intention, that is like super real. You know what I mean? Like, and the next part here is the self promo rule. You know what? I need to run to the restroom real quick. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So I'll start up the engine here, run the Twitch City car, and I'll be right back here give me a second. All right, I'm back. Hopefully you guys grab some water and drink, and let's come back and like now this is like I want to like finish off this thing. So the self promo rule in the Twitch world, it is very frowned upon to promote yourself. You go on a person's stream, they typically don't want you to kind of like talk about yourself or the stream, because it's kind of like virtual busking. It's like their show, right? They don't want you to poach their viewers and stuff like that. Same with their discords. If you go into discord, like typically they don't want you to post your own discord because they feel like it's kind of like poaching and stuff like that. But I think the flow or IRL community that we're kind of like migrating on Twitch, I kind of like bypass that rule. If you want to promote yourself on my chat, go right ahead. If you want to promote yourself in my Discord, we have a self-promo tab. If you want to promote your Discord, go ahead. I don't care at all. I think it's better to like kind of like share and like have it open source. But I do kind of get it too, also in some sense, because sometimes some people might take advantage of that, and then they just go in and just all they do is promote themselves instead of engaging with the community. And I think if you have 1,000 people doing that, then the stream or the Discord becomes like kind of like a bulletin board. Muffin, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Hopefully you're keeping warm. And yeah, but I don't care. Go ahead in Discord, promote yourself. We want to promote each other, promote our friends, and hang out with each other and create this community. And so I bypass the self promo rule. First name and lurkers. So also with the Twitch community, people typically calls out the screen name. Because I know a lot of my friends here in real life, I tend to call them by their first name. Like Richard says, I heard when you're streaming, put your energy and curiosity into the chat. When you're in chat, put your energy and curiosity to the streamer. That's a good one. Science says, to be honest, anyone that just posts a link, I don't usually watch. Exactly. Like you have to almost like be a part of the community and know the people. And then when you post a link, they know who you are. They'll come support you. Giving and taking. If you're only taking, it like the intention and the energy is there, and people will see that and will know that you're just only taking. But when you're giving, then it's like the give and take kind of thing. Lurking, support, the duration and its impact. This one is a big one on Twitch, because what does lurking mean? I think lurking means kind of like a lot of things. It means that you're kind of like leaving your computer on. You can have it as a background noise if you're listening in, or you may be running around doing errands and you may be partial listening, maybe not. But basically, you're just giving that one view to the streamer, and it's a huge deal. Imagine if there's nobody here tonight, and then one person like wanted to support me and gave me that one view. It's like it goes so far. Like, you know what I mean? Can't really imagine it, but it goes so far. Like, and the impact is huge. Kat says, Kat McDowell says, lurking was such a weird word to hear when I first started Twitch. Exactly. Kat, I think it started the same time I did, I think, right, Kat? Like around July or something. Science says, I lurk on streams just to help a viewer count. Yep. Mika Morphis, I've noticed in some game circles, it is welcome. Usually smaller players, game that hundreds of thousands of players is a big no-no. Delphina, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Looking from work now because terrible internet connection. Very delayed chat. Petra, good to see you. Yeah, class of 2020 July. Stephen Craig says, I'm a mega lurker, usually listening and not commenting. Yeah, and that's the beautiful part about Twitch, because it brings us down to the social anxiety and identity aspect of Twitch. Because if you're on a Zoom call and there's 20 people there, you see 20 faces, you don't know none of them. It's sometimes very uncomfortable. You have like social anxiety and stuff like that. But on the Twitch, you can tune in and not reveal your identity. You're just kind of like lurking and commenting, and it gives the power to the audience to decide how much identity they want to reveal. It takes away the social anxiety, especially on a Twitch stream, compared to like a Zoom call, whatever. And you can still be a part of the conversation. You can still be a part of the community. You can still like kind of like know what's going on. It's a big thing. Next part is anxiety as a streamer. If you feel it, we all feel it all the time, every day. We're worried about our technical aspect because we need to like set up the tech. We need to promote, let people come. It's like a one man, one woman show, one man production. It's like and the anxiety is real. So we all feel it. So if you're a streamer, don't worry about it. We all relate. And then you think about the content, what content is engaging, how can I evolve, how can I grow. It's like a whole thing. But the main thing is, I think people would say, just try to be yourself and kind of like enjoy yourself and kind of like speak from your heart. And I think that's what Twitch is, because you're streaming for a long period of time. Eventually, everything that is from within will come out. It's like you can't really like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? How to network on Twitch. This one's a finicky one, because it depends on who you are. Because I noticed that, like, if you're like a celebrity, if you're like a huge musician and stuff like that, you don't really need to network. You just go live and your fans will come and see you, right? You don't really need to do any networking. But if you're small, it is nice to kind of like network within the same content, same size streamer, hang out in Discord, hang out in other people's streams, pay attention to who's the VIP, pay attention to who's the moderator, pay attention to what's going on. It does take a lot of bandwidth, but it's nice to put in some time to support people and kind of like meet people on the platform. It's like, and that's why we call it recently, that's why we call it Twitch City, because we kind of like live in this kind of like a low income area of Twitch City. Twitch City is huge. There's 7 million people, people broadcasting. So the small streamers, we live in the low income area, and it's nice to kind of like venture around and support each other and check out their broadcasts, you know, and become friends with your neighbors and yeah, for sure. Brendan, veteran on music. This is important stuff. Thanks for laying it out so well. Yeah, thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. I've been involved with Twitch for like 7-8 months, and heavily thinking about these things quite a lot, and it was nice that the Flow Shop kind of like sponsored the workshop last week, and I got to like it gave me an like a reason to kind of like put all this together and present it. And I am super grateful that all y'all are here. Thank you for the raid, Kimberly again, and Helion Tunes. Thank you for being here from the beginning, since 7 months ago. If you're your first time here, thank you for being here as well. You know, like it's not my analogy. It's actually the Waxing Gibbous. The Waxing Gibbous. Big shout out to him. He's like one of my first mods with like Chabuku. Can we get a shout out for the Waxing Gibbous? Like so yeah, Alex. He's awesome. He's like my pillar. And it was his kind of like a concept, because he was like, Marvin has his house in Twitch City. I want to set up 1-2 in the low income area. And so now the Twitch City like thing is kind of like it's an ongoing thing within our like kind of like small circle. Like you can actually get this this loading screen on the Discord. If you go into the Discord, if you go into the VIP section, Jesse Fox official, he made this for all of us to use. Corey J. Oliver, welcome to the stream. I think there's no at in the shout out. Chabugu, thanks for the shout out. And yeah, you can use this screen. Feel free to use it. All you need to do is come into the Discord, go to the Jesse Fox the Jesse Fox official channel. This is the Waxing Gibbous. This is his kind of like a vision, I guess, the Twitch City. And this was made by Jesse Fox official, also part of our crew, super homie from the IRL. He does his streams like every morning, morning glow. Yeah, I do need to set up the ad, but I have to figure it down the line here. Now let's get back to the what you call that? In marketing and platform migration. That's a really tough one. I've built up like a following on Facebook with 10,000 people, 13,000 on Instagram, and even with that, I barely can bring anybody over to this platform, because platform migration is like a whole beast. But if you're able to bring people from platform to platform, even at a smaller percentage, they're kind of like your hardcore family. They're hardcore supporters. They're like your peeps. You know what I mean? They got you. They got your back. And I think platform migration is a tough thing, but it's kind of like a good thing to kind of like think about. Super hard. I have 13,000 people and I barely got any over. 420 Music has 70,000 people, and he's about my size of a streamer. It's super hard to bring people from platform to platform. Marketing is definitely not easy too. Like all of us, I use all my weapons, my mailing list from my past business, my Instagram stories, my Facebook stories. I message my friends. I think Corey J. Oliver, I randomly was able to reach out to him. I think this is his first time here. You know what I mean? It's cool to seeing this becoming a thriving thing within the scene. Great props to Marvin for being such a pioneering force in this. It hasn't been easy. I've been hucking in it, swinging at it. I'm just really fortunate to have a lot of great support. Chabuku, Senyo, a lot of like Chaotic Cat, a lot of people that have been here from the beginning, and yeah, like without them, I wouldn't be here. And the community is growing on this platform. Shout out to Spinjatara as well. And for the people that have been tuning in from time to time, you know what I mean? Like it's mind blowing. And the next part I want to talk about is the trickle down effect and consumption, Twitch consumption. The trickle down effect basically means that when you first come on Twitch, you typically watch like a big streamer. I was watching Kid Boga a lot for my first couple months. The big streamer with 10,000 viewers. And after you spend more time on Twitch, you kind of like trickle down to the smaller streamers. That's just kind of like how it is. If you spend time here, you kind of like eventually move to the smaller streamers and kind of like become more engaging with the community. Because when you watch a big streamer, you're not able to fully engage. It's like it's a show, you know. But when you're on a smaller stream, you're able to like be a part of the community, be a part of the conversation. So it's like kind of like the trickle down effect, the natural pathway of people that are kind of like staying on Twitch. Twitch consumption. I consume Twitch because I do my regular work. I have Twitch on the background, and I have the Discord in the fire pit. So for me, all those pieces kind of like come together. If you don't have kind of like a desk job, or if you're like out and a go, if you don't have a decent PC, if you don't have fast internet, it's really hard to fully experience Twitch for what it can provide. Kat says, stream above 100 people are kind of hard for me to engage, so I end up hanging on the smaller streams a lot. Exactly, yeah, totally. If any of you want to share how you consume Twitch, let us know in chat as well. We would love to hear your experience and how you navigate things and stuff like that. And the last part here is the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It has been a kind of thing the last 6 months. Basically, from my research, I see that the big three, Universal, Sony, and Warner, are the big main labels. They're coming for Amazon for the money, for their cut. And it was kind of scary because a few people got like strikes. If you got 3 strikes off Twitch, you're banned forever. And so people are kind of like worried. But it's kind of like quiet down here in the last couple months. And it seems like if you're playing indie or lo-fi, you're kind of like good, but not fully protected still. Because you need the 3 licenses to be fully able to publicly perform. If you're a GTA streamer, that's the worst part. If you play GTA, the music is licensed to the game, but the music is not licensed to Twitch. If you're driving the car in GTA and the radio is playing music, you might get a strike. Mika Morpheus says, a factor that feeling that is the char is basically unreadable at point. If there are 1K plus viewers, it's really hard for the streamer to engage themselves. Sam Y says, I watched gamers for years passively, and moving into more active engagement has been so rewarding. A full-time streamer just got banned because they left the room and their child walked in the front of camera. Exactly. So if the underage comes in front of the camera and engage with the chat, you might get banned. But that's not DMCA. That's like a whole different beast. And so sweet. That is the